Yeah, hi, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm also good, sir.
Apologies, I'm in an airport, so as you can see, so I might have a background interference, but it's more about you than me, so that should be fine. So I would like to start with congratulating you
Yeah,
for transitioning into a data science career.
thank you
Very
so much,
happy for
sir.
you.
It's all
All right.
because of you, sir.
I'm glad, but I would say it's all about the learners. It's your career. But let us get started. This session, everyone who is attending the session, this is to learn from Paras experience of transitioning into this career, and maybe we can ask some questions, learn from his methodology, his success story. All right, we'll get started. Paras, you can introduce yourself about your background before you decided to take up a career here. What's your background? And yeah, you can start with that.
So thank you so much, sir. So myself, Paras Kapoor, and basically I am a postgraduate student from computational biology. So if anybody knows, like I am totally from a background of biology. I am from the bioinformatics field. But in that field, we basically learn about the biological concepts of like genome and everything. And we have like the coding stuff as well. But the major issue that I faced in my postgrad, as I am a postgrad in computational biology. So the thing that every time we analyze something, like either we are working with RNA or we are working with genome, so we majorly use the computational things or the computational power to resolve the thing, and those things are basically the programming languages that we use. And the major role that play is the data science part, because our tools that are visualizing the data or analyzing the data, they basically have some kind of machine learning algorithm in their backend. So to be true, I am not that much into biology, because I found myself that capable that I am not able to do this copy paste thing, like copying the data from here and putting into tool. I believe to work on a tool and to build. So I used to do the things in my college time, like I step into the programming thing and I try to build like different concepts through programming, like biological basic things like transcription and translation. Everybody do it through either theoretically or like the tool, but I was the one who is just taking the sequence and put into some kind of code and getting the answer. So from that thing, I just used to the coding, and I just step into this data science, because yeah, I try to build like certain programs, or like the I have host the websites that can work biologically, but I was not into that much part that they can work efficient. So to get the knowledge, proper knowledge, I just learn about data science is a thing from which we can do the thing. So after that, I have started this data science thing and try to learn, and I've joined DataMites for a proper support, so that I just get a direction to learn more and more things.
More structured learning. So before you start your journey, you were already doing computational biology, computational
Yes,
genome
sir.
computational aspect. All right.
Yes.
So were you good in Python? What was your standards in Python
No,
before you?
actually, I have learned Python. Yeah, I know the basics, but yeah, if I want to learn a flow, I just started to learn it from the DataMites after joining the course, because I was not able to hold the things like gripping, like stepping into one step and don't know the other staircase.
Okay. So essentially, some Python, maybe basic, and you got a
Yeah,
better hold on.
yes.
Before we jump into your you were learning another step, I would like to know what is your current job? What job you have achieved? Uh, yeah, what is your current role?
Yeah,
The job you're
so
transitioning. To?
yeah, currently I'm working as a data scientist at Marj Technology.
Wonderful. Okay, so was it into biological computation or it's a what's the field?
No,
What's the
actually,
area of?
that's the thing. We are basically working over the computer vision things. Like it is more into the AI things. We train the ML models and then put into like a computer vision thing, so that our code can easily detect the things through cameras.
Excellent. So it's not related to your previous field, right? It's a
Yeah,
different one. It's
yeah,
purely an AI and computer vision.
it's totally different thing. But the thing, if I get some kind of medical data, we can easily put into like the computer vision things.
Right. So because you have a background, you could also do that. But right
Yeah.
now, what you're working is purely a computer vision and AI,
Yes,
not
sir.
related to a computer.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So, which batch were you? Which
I'm
which batch you joined? Like
uh, I have joined it
data mine.
on like, yeah, 11th October 2021.
11th October 2021. So it is a year. So you would have finished your uh, course few months ago, right?
Yeah,
So
I have like,
approximately
yes, sir.
3 4 months ago you would have finished it. All
Yes,
right.
yes, sir.
Okay. So while you're learning from DataMites, how many hours of time you put in? What is your learning methodology?
So the basic training was like 2 to 3 hours. Sometime it extend till 3.5 hours. So I used to practice like the things that I have learned in during the training period. I try to implement those things on certain kind of project, because project based learning is much more efficient than the simple learning thing.
True.
So the thing I have learned, I try to implement rather than if I get as DataMites provide assignments as well on the weekends. So what I do, I try to complete the assignments, and rather than I just try to solve the problems like on as the mentor said, like on the Code Chef or the Kaggle, we try to solve the problem so that proficiency is much more, so that we can easily code for
Good. So
any kind of problems.
okay, wonderful. So the key aspects of data science, as we know, is statistics, Python, and machine learning, right? Which
Yes, sir.
part you found it difficult?
So,
What
yeah,
is the
basically, yeah, basic part, if I can say the EDA, which we can easily say like the exploratory data analysis, and because in that we just have to find like the every possible concept of the data we can get, and then try to check whether the data is balanced and imbalanced. So, trying to balance, because they takes days and days to like make efficient kind of data.
yeah, of course, EDA is the tough part that is
Yes,
common to any data scientist. So when you even in your work, EDA actually eats up a lot of your time, right? That's
yes,
very true. Uh,
and
Apart from that, how was your
high.
machine? How was your machine learning? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for building the basic machine learning models, it's easy, but if you are not getting that much accuracy or the precision and the recall, so hyper tuning the parameters and just taking all the concepts of the gradient descent and early stopping, that just blows the mind. Like, it's not working, it's taking too much time, it's not completing. Even if it completes, it's not giving us that much accuracy. So like, we need to put concentration while building a machine learning model, like selecting the best parameters so that we can get an accuracy. It may take time sometimes, but yeah, if we are working properly, it will give us more accurate results. So that's the concept.
fine tuning takes time.
Yes,
That's right. Uh, so what kind of projects you have done? I mean, of course, in the phase two, you learn all the key concepts. Phase three is where we actually do the projects.
yes, sir.
What kind of projects you have done? And yeah,
So I try to implement like every aspect. So I shortly say the projects from either it's from like the static data to the live data and the database access. So like the liver patient prediction, that was totally a CSV file. But I try to implement it over like apart from that project, I try to implement over the live data, where we are just completing completely. So we got like phase three is, we can say, it was completely the internship period. So it was generally for 4 months. So we got like enough time to complete one project. It was like 20 days per project, and that was enough, because if we are like working on daily hours, so 20 days are enough to complete a project. So it hardly takes like 4 months, but in 4 months we can like learn more and more skills and like try to explore more, because the training is completed and now we have the only step to learn new things, either it's from project or something else.
all right. So you worked in a team, right? So you did you work in a team in your project? How was your structure?
So actually we are a team of four, and like we just divide the projects. Like on the day we got the project, we just try to like build the aspects like what we can do in the project. And if one has like a strong portion, everybody has a strong portion, they can implement that very easily. So we put it aside, like note down the things, and we share it on the groups. Like yeah, this part he is doing, so if he is doing, other three are also trying. Yeah, if they are not getting that much accuracy, so the one who is getting the good accuracy, they try to like share their notebooks, or sometimes we just put a meeting to learn how they implement, or the things that we are missing.
Okay, wonderful. So ignore a bit of background noise. I'm in the airport, so there is some cross talking happening. Is my voice clear? Am I able
Yes
to
sir.
hear?
Yes sir, your voice is clear.
All right. Applying for jobs. You, what was your still audible? Again, apologies. It went off. Am I audible now?
Yes sir.
Okay. So after you completed your theory and the projects, uh, how was your journey with the interviews? Have
So
you
yeah,
go ahead?
yeah, yeah, I have attended the interviews for like 3 to 4 times, because when I was learning, I was basically working on the technical skills, but the day by day, I was just preparing for the interviews. The placement team supported me very well, because the day I was bad in, sometimes I was bad in technical, and sometimes I was good in the soft skills. So they just try to like enhance my experience. Like technical skills, apart from technical skills, soft skills are also that equally important. So uh, I tried to implement, and finally prepare for the mock interviews and just getting the results. And finally, when everything goes well, so I started to applying for the jobs.
Okay, so you tried couple of actually 3 times before you actually cleared the interviews, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
What was the things went wrong in the first few interviews? Did you find it something difficult which you could not clear?
Yeah, actually, sometimes mock interviews basically helps me a lot, because uh, sometimes I was like good in the technical, because I was practicing for the technical. So first interview was that I prepared for the only for the technical section, but yeah, when I got the scores, I checked that I'm getting good score in technical, but getting bad score in soft skills. So for the next, I put like technical a bit low, and soft skills for a high, then preparing equally for both of them, so that I can get a relevant score. So yeah, I guess technical and soft skill both are equally important if we are just trying to applying for a job or landing for a job.
Yeah, it's very surprising. I never heard that people have a soft skills problem, but especially for you, when I'm talking to you, I didn't find any soft skill problem as such. It's interesting to know that you had a soft skills issue in the first few interviews. Apart from that, any technical questions such as let's say statistics or something you find it difficult in interviews? Any question or area you find it difficult?
Yeah, sometimes like the thing that we have learned, but yeah, the interviewer expects some different things, like the way of answering the thing. Sometimes it's difficult to like try to interviewer to try to explain that what things are we saying, because the concepts are saying. Sometimes to deliver a thing, that is bit difficult. Even the concepts are basics, but sometimes interview try to like uh, just try to confuse you in different things, and asking the same question in different way. So like in statistics we are working, so they'll ask about the skewness and kurtosis thing. and about the balancing the data and then trying to sequencing the data, and then like in how much, in which format, like we can get a model file if we are working on a machine learning model, and balancing the data, techniques to balance the data, because sometimes we are stick with like specific thing. So I just faced one question in which I was just stick with the smooth technique, like working on the same technique to balance the data. So that somehow interrupts the things, like we are working on the same thing and not getting like the solutions equally, because there are few things that have limitations too.
All right. Did did you face any questions regarding the projects you have done? So obviously people ask about projects, right?
Yeah, in every interview, if interview is going through your CV with your interview, so the first thing they ask about the projects that you have done, because they are the like they'll not put attention towards your graduation and post graduation. They just focus on the skills and the projects that you have done, and they'll surely ask about the projects, like what you gain from every project, and what are the difficult things that you face, or like how you overcome, and what things you have learned from these projects.
All right. So I agree and emphasize that your degree most of the time isn't really relevant when you're switching into data science and AI related careers. What is more important is your skill set, your relevance to the job you're applying, and very important, your projects. If you have done the projects and you have actually worked in a group, delivered real time results, or end to end projects, then there will be a lot of emphasis on the projects. And if you are confident explaining what you have done, and that actually scores a lot in interviews, as Parash says. Right, Parash, I do not have any questions. Do you have anything to share with the learning group?
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell everyone, if someone have any kind of question, so I'll just say one thing, and I guess everyone will get the concept. Like, if you are learning a new thing, try to implement in different ways. Just don't be like dependent on the classes. Like, if you get 2 hours of classes or 3 hours of classes, and you are thinking that you learned a new thing or everything from that class, so just try to implement in a different way. Like, your mentor is teaching you, and just try to implement on different ways and different factors. You can try a thing, try to build the algorithms, like how fast you can solve a problem. That is like the thing you can do, because in programming we can write like a code from 10 lines to 5 lines. So that is totally depend on us, like how short we can write a code and how much readable that code is. So just learn new things and always try to implement over different and different parameters till you feel like, yeah, you can do it like a pro.
Right, Parash. So you articulated very nicely. So essentially, as we always say, if you're attending 2 hours class, 2 hours learning sessions, you need to spend another 2 to 3 hours on a daily basis. Approximately about 20 hours per week, including the learning, is what is needed to to get to the level, the job ready level, right? And as Paras said, it's always helpful if you look into different sources. So let's say you learn a new concept, like you learn about classification or clustering, some machine learning concepts or statistical concepts. You research on the concepts on next 2 3 hours, right? Because you just learn the concepts in the class, and then you research on it, you experiment it, then you grasp in a very stronger manner. Even if there is a misunderstanding or not sure, the concept is not so clear, spending more time on the same concept on a daily basis helps you to strengthen the knowledge. And if you do it for 3 to 4 months, then you should be at the level which the market is looking at, as per us is. For us, I think we have many questions. I'm gonna start it because I think we can actually discuss more from the questions itself.
Yes, sir.
So there are some questions in the live chat and there are some questions in your Q&A. And this video is also streamlined in LinkedIn, YouTube, and other channels.
Okay.
So we will start with the questions. All right.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So I have a question from. Let me see. The first question. All right. So it's Prabhat asking, where is your company location? What they
So,
meant is the
yeah,
current company. Yeah.
company is basically in Noida. So, placement team helped me like getting the companies nearby my place. So, I basically belongs to Haryana, and Delhi NCR are very close to me. So, they provided me the company location in Noida itself.
Okay. So I should tell you, uh, DataMites Pat team does excellent work, and they've been placing quite some people in double digits actually in a weekly basis, which is a wonderful job. Um,
Yeah.
Paras is lucky to get in his
No,
place,
no,
but I would
actually,
say
I would love to thank the placement team because they were just connecting to me on the daily basis. Like they are getting any kind of job updates or job description. They are like consistently sharing it, like getting the assignments, connecting with the companies itself. Sometimes we are not capable, like we are not able to connect with the companies, but yeah, DataMites placement team is always there. Like we are just texting them, like we are not getting any kind of updates. So DataMites the team is before us, like yeah, we are here, so you don't worry about that, we are trying to connect, there are some problems. And also I would love to like thank the placement team because they are we can say like I was very like anxious, so I can say data placement team is like 24/7 there for me.
wonderful. Can you name people who are working with you from the placements team?
Yeah, for Sana ma'am, Shelly ma'am, they just I am even currently connected with them. Like not I don't think like that I am connect therefore just for the placement or the training. Yeah, just there is like a click between the teachers and everything. So we just
I also would like to thank Shali and Farzana from DataMites placement team for the excellent work. I'm very happy Paras actually got a placement as a data scientist with an excellent package, what he wants from in his near place. But I also want to mention, if you have a good opportunity, irrespective of the place, if you're beginning as a data scientist, you should take it. So that is something I always tell to my students. Because after 1 or 2 years experience, you can always choose a place in the world, not just something from your place. Anywhere in the world you can choose because data scientists are in very high demand. But the first job you start, you could be lucky as per us, having in a hometown. But if it is not, that should be okay. So you should be fine taking jobs anywhere in the world, right? I mean, anywhere.
actually before this I got an offer letter from Bangalore itself.
Okay,
That
there's
was
a second
happened.
offer letter for you.
Yeah,
I'm
so
insisting on that because we do have a lot of offer letters coming to data merge candidates, but they reject it because it's location. So one of the problems placement team is facing is not finding a job in their location. So, but I feel it otherwise, right? So if you're getting a first job, a break in your career as data scientist, you should take it, isn't it? Should take it, and then maybe after 1 year you can relocate to your place. But I'm happy that you got it in native place, but I also wanted to make it very clear for other learners and people who have completed the courses in DataMites, kindly take any job anywhere if it's relevant and you like the job. That should be the only criteria, not even the salary. I mean, anything above 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs is fine, right? But has got a very good salary on his home location, that he's just being lucky, and he's also very, like, he worked very hard. But I would always tell people to take your first opportunity and then maybe work for a year and then move forward. Thank you very much. And then I have a lot of questions. I'll take one by one. Again, Shali and Farzana, thank you very much. In fact, you have got a second offer for him in his hometown. That's very, very appreciable. I have a question from Odilo. His is actually, I think he's a data mart student. He's from Canada, asking, can we get the placements in Canada? DataMites doesn't have a presence, at least to my knowledge. I don't think they have a connects in Canada, but there is an efforts in actually starting something in US. Canada might be next, but as of now, we do not have connects in Canada. So we can actually help you with all the other things like training you for the interviews, resume, and all. We do not have a company connects in Canada. Not yet. Maybe next 6 months, but not yet. I have a question from Charles. I'm from a network engineer background. Is it possible to dive into data science and big data? Uh, I would say yes, of course. But for us, you can actually answer because you're not from this background. So Mr. Charles is from data science and sorry, he's from network engineer. Do you think he can jump into data science?
Yeah, he can surely jump because like we learn the things in DataMite. It's not like from the advanced level or intermediate level. Everything you get to learn is like from the scratch. Like they, if you know anything, they'll still teach you from the scratch. If you know nothing, they'll still teach you from the scratch.
All right, that explains. Thank you. I have a question from Sita, actually two questions from Sita Harita Vedam. Was the difficulty level of concepts question in the interviews as compared to the same level taught in class? That's the first question. Is the interview questions or at the same level as taught in class?
Yeah, basically in like class we are in that way, like we can learn the things easily, the concepts are same, but yeah, if you are facing some kind of like questions in the interview, so you need to work like how you can answer, because the major concept is like dealing with like the problem how you are facing, because you know the concept, you can deliver it, and the major thing is like how much confident you are according to your answer. If like you are fluctuating in the answer, it you are correct, but the interviewer still thinks that no, it's not the way. So like delivering your answer properly in a good manner with a confidence and a clear concept, that helps more.
Right. So I agree with Paras. He says that, well, the level is same, but the way you present is more important, right? So I would like to add one more thing. You should present the concept with a context, essentially with a project context that will make the answer more powerful. The second question from Sita is, what are the different avenues in which you applied for jobs in addition to the placement support system? Have you applied in other areas apart from the placement support from DataMites?
So I will say, yeah, you can try to like apply for different jobs and try to gain experience. But yeah, if you are landing into a good sector, maybe you will not get like a certain kind of job because you are getting a training. Then surely DataMates will get something good to you. And obviously I have also tried, but you know, at the end, if you are learning a thing, so just trust them, because they'll surely provide you something very good, and just not regarding the training or internship, they'll surely provide everything as I got.
All right, thank you, Paras. So again, in addition to what Paras said, I would strongly suggest to apply by yourself as well. DataMites team does a great job, but LinkedIn is one of the best channels. So, and also you watch out for the company's hiring pages. I've done one webinar on this. Maybe DataMites team can share it to you. So applying through LinkedIn and other company postings is really important, and networking through LinkedIn is very important. And of course, DataMites team will provide you also with a lot of connections and links. I have another question from the same person, Sita. Does our career or academic background really affect our placements? That's a question for you.
No, as I mentioned, the only thing that matters is your skills and the projects that you have done. Because if you are like landing in certain kind of job, obviously the company will hire those who have the relevant skills. So in that, like the background, educational background doesn't matter. I'm also from like the postgraduate. We can clearly say that I'm from a biological department, but yeah, still I'm working as a data scientist, majorly in the AI field. So AI and biology are like two different things. So the thing that matter is only your skills and the projects that you have done.
Yeah, I also agree with Paras answer. Place your academic background has a very less importance. Your skills and relevant skills and your project experience is what is important. Data science project experience. One question from Rahul. Question for you is: did you study aptitude? Sorry,
Apt-
aptitude. Yeah, it's like, if you go for any competitive exams, you study aptitude. Did you do that? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
for competitive exams, yeah. But if you are like applying for interview, that does not affect us, because they'll not ask about the aptitude things, or there are like clear rounds. You got an assignment, and if you clear the assignment, then everything goes big. Because if you clear the assignment, everything goes like you have the skills, you know the skills. These are the things. If you are like writing some kind of exams like on the global level, so only then you can need the aptitude. But for the interview, you only need the presence of mind during the interview, like how because interviewer always try to make you confused so that you cannot get the answer. But yeah, you just, if you are paying full attention, and you can easily do this.
Okay, excellent. So I have one question from Adil Bhatti. Says on a scale of 1 to 10, how tough data science for a fresher?
Yeah. So for a fresher, I'll say it will tough because the terms in the data science we don't know in the beginning, but day by day you are learning. You can rate yourself 10 out of 10 if you learn the thing, because the major thing is concept building. You are a fresher, you don't know the concept, how the things work. But yeah, day by day you will spend the times on the things. You find new things by yourself. You can even say that, yeah, if I am learning this concept and somebody is asking to rate in the scale of 5, you'll hopefully rate yourself 5, because you'll add some extra skill to that. If someone asks about like how this thing works, you can say like not only the this method, other method is also important and I can do it very well.
Yeah. So for freshers, I would say 8. Um, Definitely higher, because more than 60-70% people transitioning to data science career are actually freshers. So you can be pretty confident about it. I have a question from YouTube actually. DataMites team have copy posted, and it is from Arun Sundar from YouTube. Salary package. I'm gonna say it is between 8 to 10 lakhs, and that is up to his satisfaction. That I already know. I don't want to give an exact figure. Okay, is that correct for us? That's what
Yes,
I
sir.
heard from. Yeah.
Ye-
Okay.
yes, sir.
I have a question from Mohammed Suleiman. Um, I'm based in Europe. How about placement in Europe? Well, as I said, data mites have less presence in Europe placements accordingly. But I, as an individual, I have been an entrepreneur in Europe for more than 10 years, and my entire network is in Europe. If you're in Europe, if you have a qualified skills, I will be more than happy to help you because it helps me, because there are a lot of people looking for data scientists. You can directly connect with me, Mohammed, and I'll be more than happy to work with you on that.
Yeah, I like to add, because in Europe, there are like much more relevant field in the IT. As I have applied, like I don't know about this data science thing, and I have also applied for like the postgraduate program. I got shortlisted on the basis of programming skills. So if you have the relevant skill, you'll get like good job in the Europe section.
Yeah, if you're in Europe, let me know. I'm more than happy. Actually, it's a win-win situation, you know. So I also gonna start a staffing company in Europe. So if you're a data scientist, I will contact you, not the otherwise. So I'll remember your name as well. I have a question from Dharana. I haven't taken exam yet. How difficult it is? So you're talking about IABAC exam, uh, which is International Association of Business Analytics from Europe. How tough is it? What was it for us?
So it is like basically based on your basic concept. Yeah, if you are thinking that it's an international exam, just stick with your basics. Even it's like the term is very heavy, like IABAC, but you know the level of questions, they'll try to mold the questions, but at the end you will get some point to crack the questions. Like if you are getting a long statement, just try to clarify that, and you will get like some kind of basic question asked from the question itself. So just stick with your basics, and it's like an easy exam to crack.
Wonderful. I have a question from Adiola again. Thanks, but it is possible to completely get a remote placement in other locations, and that can help. Yes, you can directly get in touch with me. Uh, that is possible. Dion's question from Dion's How Fiku. I'm from Namibia. Can I get a full details and get away how to get this one done seriously? Yeah. I'm gonna just give you email ID for DataMites. You can also go to their website. There is always 24/7 support. You can just get in touch with one of the counselors according to your background, your region. You're from Namibia. In fact, I think DataMites have a lot of people from this region. They can provide you references and they guide you on that. Thank you. And then I have another question from Maureen. At what level can a beginner in data science consider himself to be a job ready for us?
So for a job ready, you don't need like any kind of skill or level. Just be confident about what you are doing and what you are like explaining to the other person. So I can say that in programming, you cannot scale yourself. If you are scaling, then the another person think that yeah, you are that much efficient. And in programming, I'll clearly say day by day the new techniques or the new skills are coming, so you can't say that you can't rate yourself. So just be confident on
Right.
yourself.
That is correct. Again, I agree with Paras. So if you want to be job ready, you should be very clear with the fundamental concepts of statistics, Python for data science, and machine learning. And because the demand is so huge, most of the companies we work with, I also hire people for Fortune 100 companies, data scientists. I can tell you that even if you are good with basics and you've done a couple of projects, they're happy to take you and train you. So when you say what level, I would say a basic to intermediate level, good fundamentals and end-to-end project execution in ML is more than enough because people can spend a month or two to get you up to the speed. Because finding a good data scientist in the market is very difficult. So if you're affordable and if you have a good basics, then you should be good enough for the market. Do you agree with me, Paras?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because learning the things and trying to implement over different things is like gaining more and more experience and skills. Project based learning is like more efficient than a simple learning thing.
Wonderful. I have a question from Vivek. Vivek has how to revise all the concepts we learn because I have a little gap in my course completion. All right. Okay. So Vivek, this question I can take maybe. If you have a gap in your course with DataMites, I would say get in touch with them. You can actually re-attend. DataMites, you can attend any number of times. There is no, I mean, to my knowledge, there is no capping for it. Right. If you want to revise, there are also a lot of revision sessions provided. So please get in touch with them. It doesn't, I mean, it's essentially once you enroll for a course, you can attend anytime, you can revise anytime. So it should be fine. Just get in touch with them. I have a question from Priyanka Soundararajan. Will DataMites guide us to apply for jobs abroad? Um, Priyanka, yeah, of course, they definitely guide you. They don't have a connects, but guidance, yes, I would simply say yes for it. Sagar Dote has a question. When did you join DataMites and how much time did it took for you to complete the course for us?
So I have joined my course on like 11th October, like I was on October back 2021, and I have completed my like whole program in May. And then I was also afraid about the IABAC exam, so I took 1 month to prepare for that. So it was like in like May and June, if I say whole curriculum was end in May, but yeah, I took 1 month to appear for the IABAC exam.
Yeah, and then the PAT services started. So I think June is what he completed, and then he
Yes.
working with PAT services from there. Sandeep has a question. What kind of assignments were conducted before interview? Uh, is there any internet source from which we can practice such assignments or interview? The question is, do you have any extra sources from internet for practicing for data science interview?
Yeah, Kaggle is very best if you are trying to learn new things. You can just log into Kaggle, just build your account, and uh, portion that you are strong or you are good in, you can just download the data cell itself. Even you can try to compete in the Kaggle competition as well. So you just got the data set and try to build your concept. It's like totally free for you. You can just gain new skills on like the new databases.
Right. Kaggle is from Google and it's very comprehensive. So that is good enough. I have another question from Adil Bati. If you're stuck in concept, how they help you to clear in the class, you're stuck to understand the thing. When the faculties are they available? The question is
So
when you have a problem, are they available? The faculties available is a question. Yes. For us, that
So
yeah.
yeah, we have the doubt sessions as well, and we have the LMS portal where we got like the recordings of our lecture as well. We can learn and just learn the things. We if we are not clear with concept, we can watch the video again and again as well. But yeah, if still the you are have an unsolvable doubt, you can just attend the doubt session as well.
Yeah. So Adil, there's a constant, like continuous doubt clearance sessions being conducted, and you can log in any of them and clear it. And then you can also revise the videos because most of the videos are recorded and you can have it back in the class. And in spite of that, if you still have a doubt, you can actually book a one-to-one session with your mentor, and DataMites will facilitate that. Okay. Prabhat has a question. What are the important in interview text? Okay. What are the important questions? I think important questions in interview. Tech skills or soft skills? Okay. It could be depends on the interview. I don't know. Paras, what is your feeling about it?
So I'll say both are equally important, but yeah, sometimes the interviewer is much more impressed by your technical skills, like the things you are working on or the skill set that you have. But yeah, I can say that yeah, both are equally important, technical as well as soft skills,
Yeah.
because might be your technical skills are strong, but while explaining the questions or the problems to the interview, you can like face certain kind of problems. You cannot uh, make the interviewer your concept clear. So I can say that both are equally important.
Okay. I think that's very clear. Thank you, Paras. So another question from Bhati: Is there enough knowledge to work, or you have to update yourself for? All right. So after you complete you're currently working, right? The question uh, is the knowledge enough to work, or do you have to update yourself to work?
So if you want to grow, you have to learn new and new things, because you cannot stick with a specific thing to work on. If you are checking, like scrolling or hovering over the internet, you can automatically see if you are working on a specific thing a week ago or a month ago, there is like upgradation. So they are also doing the upgrades. So it's your responsibility to learn new and new things.
Okay, that's very clear. As Paras says, it's always continuous learning. AI is a very dynamic field. Data science, machine learning is a very dynamic field. It is not something you learn a tool and you can relax for a few years. That's not going to happen. It's continuous learning. That's how it is. A question from LinkedIn. I don't know the author. It just says question from LinkedIn. If the company size is less than 5-10 people, can you go and join as a data science intern? I think it's a question I can take. It's a very good question. The first thing you have to see is this company for like whoever the 5-10 people, there'll be definitely founders, co-founders. Look at their profiles. If they have a good profiles, they are from a good colleges, they have good background, they have an ambitious startup, I would say jump into it, because your growth will be much more faster and your learning will be excellent. If you don't find a strong founding team, or the product or the service they're working are not very impressive, then I would say, you can think twice. But even then, joining as an intern, you can still gain experience. I'm not saying no, but just the size is definitely not the criteria. You have to see what is the role, what is that they are working on. If that work is interesting, then just join. That should not be and if you're looking for a long term in the company, look at the co-founders, look at their profiles. If they are strong profiles, then I would say it's even better than joining a bigger companies. All right. So I have a question from Vivek. Is it good idea to apply data analyst position after? Yes, of course, data analyst. If you like it, that's equally good. Absolutely, yes. Another question: how to revise all the concepts? Because, all right. So you could go to the videos or you can reattend Vaidya. That should be problem. I have a lot of questions. I'm going to reduce few. What's the ratio right now for placement of students in DataMites? 23% domestically within 1 year is, I know, from the 21-22 statistics. I don't know the current, but I can say it is way above than any other players in the market as of now. Priyanka has a question. I'm working in UK as a data researcher for 1 year in the department for infrastructure. I want to work abroad as a data scientist. Can DataMites help? Um, as I said, if it is UK, you can work with me. Frankly, I don't think DataMites have a connections in UK and US. In fact, I am actually building from my side, and maybe I'm working with DataMites on it, but I myself have a good connects. So you can connect with me. And again, as I said, it's a win-win situation. So I have my own establishment in UK, by the way. So we have a process of, connecting to right employers. So you can get in touch with me. All right, I have a lot of questions. I have flight to catch now. So my boarding time is another 5 minutes. So I'm gonna curtail down few things. I'm doing okay. And then Shiva Kumar has a question from YouTube. He's from IT Electronics Diploma. I'm interested in data. Yeah, of course. Any degree is fine. Even diploma is fine, Shiva Kumar. Any degree diploma, because it finally comes down to your skills. So you are eligible, of course. I have a question from Jasim Rahman. did you do an AI course as well from DataMites after CDS? That's a question for you, Paras. Did you do an
No,
AI course? Yeah.
no, actually I haven't do, but yeah, I majorly focus on the deep learning section because in AI, the major role that comes is the deep learning section. So if you are directly jumping onto AI thing, I'll surely prefer you that just join with the CDS thing
Yeah. So
because AI just comes from the deep learning and we got the concepts of NLP and all those things. So just stick with the CDS part and you'll automatically get to learn about the AI thing. And if you are much more curious, you can join the AI course for like more in-depth knowledge. But yeah, you have to start with the basics first.
most of the people are getting placed. They are working in AI, but they're all done the CDS course. So CDS essentially covers most of the things. There's also an AI expert course within DataMites, which requires CDS as a necessary, as a prerequisite. You can complete CDS. If you feel like getting more advanced courses, it's a 1 month AI expert course. You can join that as well. I'm bypassing few questions. Now I have one question from Sheikh. After completion of your course, how many months did you work to getting placed? So about 4 or 5 months, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was not the thing that I got 4 to 5 months. I specifically took like my course because I try to learn new things so that I can land into a good job. If you think that you can do, just I took 4 to 5 months for myself, like trying to Google the new stuff and try to implement on different projects. So that affects the more like you are learning and you have like a clear concept about the new technology as well. So that will impact more during your technicals or
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah. Typically, that's the average, but Paras has taken his own time. He wants good salary, he wants a data science job, and he wants in his place. So then, then he took some time. Okay, but essentially, I think that's average, 3 to 4 months. That's
Yes.
normal, right? And I have another question from I don't know which source. What if we do not have degree? This question I often getting nowadays. I'm not going to be saying that everyone is going to be the same, right? If you don't have a degree, you definitely have a minus, right? I'm not going to say you will be getting a job like anyone else. If I say that, that would be a lie. But having said that, if you have a very good skill set, there are so many startups, so many other ways. Not many companies are looking for degrees. If you are good in data science and machine learning, you can get a start. Once you have experience, you can even get into any company in the world. It doesn't matter. But definitely, not having a degree will be a slight disadvantage if you're trying for a large companies. But for smaller companies, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Jefferson, this webinar, I think you get certificate. Yes. Will any additional online certification help? Dinesh, I think whatever DataMites provides is fairly good enough. I do not believe much in more certification, right? The quantity of certification doesn't really help you. If you have valid few certifications, I know IBM and IABAC, that's good enough, right? And anything else is just an extra. I would rather ask you to focus on skills than getting more certifications. Okay. What is CDS? All right, CDS is Certified Data Scientist. That is a course from data science, and this course has been taken by more than 30,000 people in last 7 years. That's one of the flagship course of DataMites. Why is there is no offline institutes? I think DataMites have almost 14 cities presence across the world. There are connecting classes, and we are opening up new branches. In fact, I'm in one of the cities to um, basically enable certain aspects in the new location we just opened. So Jaipur is not yet there. I think it's end of this year somewhere, Jaipur maybe. But almost within India, we have about 15 cities and 6 or 7 cities. We have a physical office. Um, who is that asking? Adil. All right. Okay. I think that's all the question. Paras, I really thank you because I know many people get a job and they shy away after getting a job. They become too busy, and we have to really ask them to uh, take time and share your story, and that actually becomes an effort. But few people like you who take time, it really helps the people because there are a lot of people who want to do it but not sure. As I always say, when I say it, it doesn't go through. When someone like you who got successful at this level really makes an impact. So from DataMites and all the learners community who is watching this video, and from my side, I thank you very much. And I also wish you a very good luck in your career. Am I audible, Paras?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, I wish you a very good luck in your career, and that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So Patel, there is two centers in Pune. You can check with DataMites. Okay, learners, have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Bye, everyone.